every time you have a privilege to celebrate your birthday, you must, they said, help us, teach us to, so that we might. You are only numbering your days. You have not been applying your heart to wisdom. There is a need for meditation. Last year, I was 18. Okay. And when I was 18 last year, my disciples were 2. Now, this year I am 19. How many are my disciples? The highest amount of money you have used to do charity or bless other people was 20,000 last year. This year, how much have you used to touch people? Looking at impact, kingdom-wise, societal-wise, you number it. How many people is seeing light through my light? How many people is even thanking God for my life? How many people are happy that I'm alive? How many people is my life touching directly or indirectly? That is what birthday means. But we are overwhelmed with noise, celebration. We are not applying our hearts to wisdom. And that wisdom is saying, young man, you don't have time again. That's the wisdom there. Young time. Your life is minus 25. Minus 35. Minus 45. They didn't even tell you the remaining one. But they are telling you, though we didn't tell you the remaining one, but be aware it's minus 27. Am I talking to you? Now, the revelation of that, you don't know the remaining one, should make you to be on track. Say, it's minus 35, minus 28. I don't know whether I say I'm minus 28 or not. To make you to live a life that is ready. The day Jesus comes, so be it. Family and loved ones will cry, but we go be happy. Are we together now? Are we together now? Yes. So I'm saying that Archbishop Benson is a man that is from God. And that was why he could say, not in my city. And which he said, even if God is to come from heaven, he can't stop our conference. And he now say, God doesn't need to come. Because he is here. And took his audacity national. I've taught you that about faith. Can you remember? That faith that you cannot proclaim, faith that you cannot make public, is fear. Whatever that make you to say, I know that God will heal me, but you can't come out publicly and say it ahead of time. Are you saying that now? You are as a minister, God is showing you something about somebody in the congregation. What if it's not so? Let me wait till it happen. It now happen. You now say, like my testimony. You remember my testimony when I was in Delta State, and I spoke to the rain that it will not fall. But then I didn't come out and said, everybody relax, let's face this crusade. Rain, one drop will not fall. And it happened according to my words. But then I was now sharing stupid testimony the following day to their papa that I told the rain yesterday that I should not fall. Does it? What sense does it make? Does it make any sense again? So what the proof that you have faith is that you can publicize it. So if Idauza said this, there are many people now, there are many pastors now that are telling their wife, is their wife they are telling, say $1 will fall. And their church member, say $1. If I be a man of God, God told me yesterday that $1 will fall. Emma Binusa, we are sorry, sir, you don't have faith. If you have faith, you take up to social media. You take up to the radio. You look for the system by which people can hear you. Are we together now? Are we together now? Now, some bloggers came up recently and said, the child, they said, I didn't say so. They said, the child that Messin Chinwo is carrying does not belong to her. It belongs to Pastor Nathaniel Bassey. And they showed the baby's face. But when I look at the baby's face, I keep my reservation. Let's not look for any. We are online. I don't want to make comment. When I look at the baby's face, I keep my reservation because I don't want trouble. Meanwhile, when you give birth to a child, children at early age, they can look like anybody. When the day Mama gave birth to my baby Dunamis and I carried her, she looked like my dad. I said, Baba Anyere. It's like a carbon copy. I was like, what is this? But as she was growing, she was changing the face. So naturally, when you just give birth to baby, they can look like anybody. They can even look like a former ex. Okay. You don't know anything. They can look like a former, the former ex. My wife was telling me of a story. There was a bike man that used to bring somebody's family's children. Someone's children to school, and the child looked like the black man. To the point that one day someone was we think this black man is the daddy of this. Now you see that thing is a little bit worrying, troubling, and problematic. The man can have another thing later. It's true. My bike man, I beat him at his maybe when I'm not around, maybe something used to happen. I know bike men, they used to see themselves every day, they are close to the family. Can you see that now? But look at the consequence, look at the weight of that statement. But because those men, they are willing to make everybody to hear their statement. They didn't say it secretly. They came to social media and said it.